Be right back. One moment. It's funny. They're standing in that water. They're playing in the water. This is where all this shit from the sewage comes out. This is literally where, when the water's going the other way, all the nappies and shit go. Hey, Helen, how you doing? Good to see you. Going for a little ride. It's going to be hard for me to see anything, but hopefully you think at least. Hope this phone doesn't come off because it's S21 Ultra. Could do without it breaking. I should say. I don't know why I'm doing this video. I'm just taking a ride really and just trying it out. Not really doing it for any purpose. Or at least not today. Maybe purpose for the future, but not for right now. Just testing a lot of things at the moment because I see a lot of things I can do. don't know about in, not here, where is it? A bit further down. I suddenly cars on the road. See this shit? Mostly, or a press for the heat. The beach probably an hour enough. It's a great place to take a motorbike on. This is a kind of walk and talk set with a bike and not talking. That's why it's on that channel. It's on the mental health channel because this helps my mental fucking health. Seeing all this, doing this, getting this scooter best because I can roll off of that once I'm running the adrenaline off. I always plan, what am I going to do when this attack is over? What am I going to do? Seriously, what am I going to do? Am I going to sit there and say how relieved I am until it comes back? Or am I going to fucking do something that might pull my attention away or calm me down or whatever? Try. Do the thing over and over and over again. Sit there for the rest of the day. It's never better. You know inside the time you're wasting your life, but you won't challenge. It's a fear of change. Fear of, yeah, the sooner you do it, the sooner you can like yourself a little bit more. Start living life. Decide who and what you want to be. Genuinely. I've known for years that I didn't fit the system, but I didn't know what it was. Search, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? This feels like it. I mean, not riding this bike. I mean, podcast. This feels like it. Even though I'm not the most successful. There's time. Not to be the most successful, but there's time to grow. The time that we've done it. It's alright. And if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And until that day, do everything I can. demos I'm nervous about. It's not even when there's potential violence that could happen that I get nervous about. It's fucking travelling. It's missing trains and not knowing where I'm going. Everybody, actually, we did my first demo. Remember, I was panicking trying to find stations on the way back. It's just so worried about the stupidest shit. So, if a car crash, that won't freak me out. It seriously won't. I fucking missed the train, and I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? So scared of letting people down. So scared of, letting people down and fucking up, you know? Paying loads of money out to be able to get certain footage of certain people and then failing to do it at all. I do get nervous about it. I get nervous about getting lost in this country. Yeah, funny thing is, I don't get nervous about getting lost in other countries. Or at least not in Europe anyway. I suppose it's because I've got no destination in the other countries, whereas here I've got to be X, Y, Z. Oh, shit. Just pull over a minute. That sounded pretty rough at that speed. Don't fall off. I'll try not to. How's it looking? See how green it is? You can tell how much fucking rain we've had. Now, how we haven't had the heat waves yet. Still looking very, very springy. Very spring type weather. It's funny, the idea about Britain that people have, for anybody that doesn't live here, there used to be this romantic idea that Britain was, to see over in the distance there, where all the trees are, right? People used to think that it was mostly forests like that. Okay, not with those particular trees in, because a lot of them were not naturally from here. But the original trees, the oaks and stuff like that, people used to think that it was basically oak trees and stuff like that from one end of the country to another, with little clearings of people who are living there. And they thought that the land wasn't used, you know, like today the land's used for agriculture and everything else. They had this lovely little naive idea that what was actually here was all just these big forests with nothing else. And when they went and looked, even before the Romans came, we had like more than 1 million people in the country. I think they said, these aren't exact numbers, but these are very close. I think they said like these days, I don't know, so like 95 of the maximum, 95% of the maximum amount of land that could be farmed is being farmed, or something like that, something along those lines. And they said back when this, you know, over a couple of thousand years ago, they said it was something like 85 to 90% of the land. So not much different. Not much different. The idea that these big forests were around until recently is not true. And what a lot of people don't know about the New Forest, where I am now, is it was kind of constructed. I don't mean constructed, terraformed from the ground up, but a lot of it was actually constructed. You weren't allowed to come here. I can't remember who it was now, but you weren't allowed to come here and hunt. You were caught hunting here, you were in big trouble. Only one person could come here and hunt. One person. Guess who that was? Everybody else, well, they'd be in deep trouble if they came here. And so a lot of it was manufactured for a hunt. Certain trees and stuff like that were planted that don't belong. There was a lot of it that's kind of, I sort of quiver when I think about using the term man-made, but I don't know how else to describe it. It's a lot of it is a kind of a man-made forest, made for someone very rich to hunt in. Yeah, so I mean, it's like, you know, got a lot of evergreen stuff here and that. I mean, it wasn't natural to the country to have that stuff. A lot of that was, you know, around that sort of time. Yeah, definitely not a natural forest as such. I think I noticed these forests, if you're in Australia or America, camping to you is being able to go out in the world and camp. Camping to us is going into a little field with some toilets in and not much space, paying loads and loads of money to be able to go on a plot that's probably not even a couple of miles square, and not being able to burn wood. And you'd laugh at us. You'd think it was a theme park. You would laugh at us. It's not exactly man against the wild. You would absolutely laugh at our camping. And yet it's horrendously expensive. Yeah. And you can't, it's not that you can just go, well, I'm not going to go in a campsite, I'm going to go in the forest. You're not allowed to. I'm going to do this, so I'm going to go and hunt this. No, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to do anything like that. You're not allowed to go and burn wood. Camping here is, I like camping, but it's never been the great outdoor camping that I imagine it is for you guys. That slipped. Looks like it slipped. I'm nearly done anyway. That was a good test. I think the picture came out all right anyway. Now I need to try and do it 16:9. That's the hard part because there's so many cables in the way that they keep stopping me from doing it. But if I can get a nice widescreen picture, it would actually be worth doing at times. Really quiet around here. Really quiet. Weekend, dead. Dead, really. Really dead. Hasn't been like this since lockdown. First one. Okay, guys. There you go. That was good to see you, Jason. Yeah, I'm gonna make a move. I just got to test it out, see how that come out. Now we just got to work out how to do it 16:9 without cables in the way, and then I'll be a bit happier with it. Because it does serve a purpose. It's not at the moment. It's just testing at the moment. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on and helping me test that. Was the any parts where the pitch was really really bad? Probably was a couple. Well, anyway, we're gonna. What do you think of my Acer? That's my Acer there. That big. Obviously, I've been cutting it down. I cut the top off it, but it's huge. But look, it is absolutely huge, and I love it. And I've got a nice little bit underneath to sit under that. So got a bit more tidy in the garden to do, obviously. But yeah, this is my little Acer I like to sit under. I'm trying to pull it over so it grows a little bit like a weeping willow almost. That started off as a tiny, Acers go red towards the end of the year, just before they lose their leaves. I mean, it doesn't go as red as it used to, but it started off as a little tree like that. little. That's how big it started, and it just used to be this little red thing by September. 11 years it's taken to grow into that. Um, but I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. It's a bit untidy at the moment, like I say, because I've chopped some bits and not others. But yeah, if I'd known how successful it would be, I would have put a couple of them in there, to be honest. But yeah, was buffering for a bit for a while. Bigger so picture's good. That's good to know. Right. Thanks, guys, and I will hopefully be back later with an interview. I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for humouring me.